Hi guys, sorry. We ordered food. Our pizza literally came like, I don't know, at 7:03. I just scarfed down a piece and found some Scotch tape and hoped that you guys could read that note. Hello everybody. Let's see who's here. Okay. Molly's still in the car. I know this. Felice is running late. Ooh. Hold on. Say hello if you are here. There are a few of us that made it. How's the lighting? I feel like things moved. Does it seem bright enough? Hey, Molly. Hi, guys. Oh, do I have I gotta get my beverage. I need a little caffeine. Oh, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Do not want to spill all over the place. What's going on, guys? While we're waiting, I'm going to do I have any hair clips? Okay. I put on a sweater with my swatches for you guys. I'm still in my pajamas. It's been one of those days. So I found this little gadget online. I want to share it with you guys. Is anybody into gua sha? This is from the brand MAYSAMA. And I heard about this brand for the first time from Penn Smith Skincare. She's like this amazing esthetician that I'm sure you guys are all following, but if you're not, you need to be. I've been following her since she was a very, very small channel and she has exploded. So lots of people are watching her. And I know she did a lot of work with Bev, the owner of MAYSAMA. And one of the things that she's really into is her green rooibos, rooibos. I had never heard of it before, but it apparently is an amazing antioxidant. I'm going to put a couple drops of this on and just do a little gua sha like while we're waiting. This is a really excellent way to boost your LED experience. You want to have some nice slip. I have a little bit of face mist here that you're supposed to start with. And then go into the oil, but I did a little backwards. You just want to get a nice slip and have things be really easy to move around. You want to make sure you have totally clean skin with this when you do this part of your routine, because this is going to push some things into your skin. So this device is made from ion stone, and there's a lot of trace minerals in here and things that are supposed to be really good for your skin. And this has a bunch of different settings. So you can power it on and it vibrates. So you're getting like a massage. I don't know how many of you guys grind your jaw like I do, but it's really nice for taking care of that. You can put this on so that you have different levels of vibration. It gets pretty crazy. You're really supposed to do it at about like 3 to 5, they say. And then this will give you either pulsing LED, which is supposed to be, there's research that says that when you pulse the red light and the near infrared light, that you do less damage and you can go deeper, but there's mixed stuff on it. So you can decide if you want pulsing or just straight up. And then there's also a heating element on here. Now, for those of you guys who have rosacea or very, very sensitive skin, you're going to want to not start with the heat. If you're really somebody who's prone to melasma, hyperpigmentation happening, you want to be careful when you use the heat setting. I think it's fantastic, especially like back here, like when you get stressed out and you're holding a lot of tension in your neck. The heat element in this is really fantastic. So I'm going to put this on, just going to keep it on. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting because it's louder. And I am going to warm it up. And I'm going to use the pulsing light. And basically you want to, I like to start here. Now the anti-aging way is to go up, but if you want to do the lymphatic drainage, which is what I really like, you're going to want to start like on a down. All right, guys, so say hello, tell me who's here. Going down here because this is supposed to open things up. I'm starting to feel the stone getting warmer, which is really nice. And what I like to use this for is just depuffing. Obviously, this is different from an LED device that is on for a sustained amount of time, you know, on a like a mask like my CurrentBody. But I figure this is better than nothing. There is good research that shows that gua sha is something that is beneficial to the skin. It comes from Chinese medicine, and they believed that you could get the toxins out. I definitely think this is great for depuffing. Obviously, if you're going to be depuffing this area, the heat might feel really good. Usually I use ice though, so I don't know, I'll have to like play around with it. But the best thing about this device is that anyone can use it. You can go through all of the different depuffing that you want to do. You can go through it. You can carve out different places on your face. It's gotten nice and warm now. I can feel it. It's going to be great like for depuffing, and this is going to be awesome like for muscle relaxation. I love to do it like back here, like on my jaw, to like loosen things up. Hi, Felisa, listening while you're cleaning up the kitchen. You're always cooking. Hello, Rabbi Roz. I started early for you. Hi, Marianne. So I wanted to find a device that could help with depuffing, could introduce somebody to what it's like to use red light therapy, and just something to like give us like some relaxation and comfort, like while we're watching TV. It's not like microcurrent where you have to like put all the globby stuff on. You just need something, a nice oil with some slip. This oil in particular, I'm going to turn this off just so I can hear. It comes with all of these directions, and I've been watching some gua sha videos. You basically want to start here with opening things up, and then right behind your ear and in front of your ear where you want to give those wiggles. So let's pretend like it's on just because it's a little loud. And I would wiggle it here and just kind of holding on to the skin because I'm kind of stretched out these days. And you can depuff the eyes. You can go through both sides, carving things out, moving the fluid down. You can go downward this way. You can go upward this way for, you don't want to go like right here where your thyroid is, but you can go up for anti-aging, down for depuffing. I think because of the nature of this, I think going down is the best. What I have found is this is such a nice way to prep my skin before I put makeup on. It gets just that little bit of fluid out. It gets things moving, the circulation. If I'm holding any tension here or here, I can get rid of it. And this device, this heated massaging red and infrared light gua sha tool, so it's all of these things, is only $69, and I have a code that worked for me. Let me grab that. Save 20. So I actually got the set, which you don't have to do. You can use any oil, but I got the set with this for $100 for both of these things. Now, the gua sha tool is $69. So if you use the 20% off, I think that's around $55. I think this is such a cool little tool. I was just very excited about it. I was excited to find something that felt good, that can't hurt to get a little extra LED. The massaging thing is great. I was kind of doing it like on the back of my neck earlier today where I was like kind of sore, and it felt awesome. So this is a nice little gift to give somebody for the holidays. It's a nice little gift to give yourself. You can use it for lots of different things. And with the different settings on here that you get to decide what you want, it's a really nice tool. And then you would just, what I did was I cleaned out this part of it with a cotton bud and wiped this down. Obviously, you're going to want to keep it clean, but you charge it. And I mean, I could see traveling with this. It weighs like nothing. And it's just a good little find. All right, everybody. Tell me something good. What's going on with everybody? Anybody have any news? Anything to share? I assumed it was a couple hundred. Nice. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to find something that wasn't a couple hundred. I wanted to find something that you could pick up yourself for $55. Let's see if this works right now, the code. I'm going to go on the website. There's a lot of videos out there for MAYSAMA. She is very into her skincare. I'm going to definitely report back on this because it says infused with our signature aspalathan enriched green rooibos extract for potent antioxidant properties and fortified with fermented dragon's blood seed oil and MAYSAMA's proprietary oil blend for superior moisturization properties. I know she has a serum, a mask, a face wash, all of these with extra antioxidant protection. You just want to make sure that because this is massaging and because this is doing everything, you want to start with a really clean face. All right, let's see if I put this in the cart. Ooh, it says their Black Friday is coming in 4 days. Maybe you want to wait for that. I don't know, but let's see if what works now. I'm going to shop. Devices. I mean, she sells a lot of really high-end stuff like panels, and she does a face mask and a neck and deck also. I can't say one way or the other how I feel about that or how it is. All right, so it says $69.95. Let's try it without. I'm going to throw it in the cart. Let's see what happens if I try to check out. If it'll let me check out. It keeps bouncing to their Friday thing. All right, let's go to checkout. Save 20 will give you 20% off. So anybody who's interested in trying this, that is something. I also wanted to show you guys a little nifty thing that I picked up at Sephora. This is a new brand that they're carrying of hair care from Chris McMillan. And I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of broken pieces of hair, and like I'll look up and they'll be like, you know, just hairs like kind of flying around. And this hair is growing out because it was getting stuck in my glasses. I can't even say anything. So it looks like a mascara wand. And I think like a mascara wand, I think less is more. So I always kind of put it back into the tube as much as I can. But if you look at your little flyaways, you can use this to kind of get rid of those. And it's a nice thing to keep in your purse. It's small like a mascara. And if you're doing a ponytail, like, you know, pulling it back and stuff, this is just a really nice little item. It is called the Wand. And this is a new brand at Sephora. I just decided to try it because I'm having problems with that. And I did. Molly told me about this, and apparently it's been sold out for a really long time. This is the Prequel Silicone Scar Solutions. Well, apparently online it is a wrinkle solution. So we're going to try to put a little of this on the really wrinkly parts, and then maybe go back on top again and see if this helps us look less wrinkly. Okay. Am I caught up on the comments here? Let's see who's here right now. Molly's here. Hello. Rabbi Roz is here. Rabbi Roz, I started early for you. Felice is here. Marianne is here. All right, you guys, it's nice to see everybody. So I am going to put on some foundation, and I have the YSL mini clutch for holiday. This is what it looks like. I have to say right off the bat that it's not as sparkly as I would think that it would be for a holiday palette, especially with some of the other ones that we've seen from YSL. I will show you some swatches real quick while we're kind of getting settled in here. You get like a topper of kind of shimmery metallic and 2 mattes. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is kind of like an everyday palette. And we'll have to see what kind of sparkle we get. But I mean, for me, it doesn't seem holiday. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's pretty, but I just don't know if it's a holiday palette. We might need to add a little sparkle to it. What else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, I didn't even put this in the description box. The Tatcha lip mask, that it was awesome, and then I didn't think it was good, and now I think that they may have tweaked something again. This one is for holiday. It's in the special gold packaging, and if you look inside, it's got gold shimmer, and you can use the little scooper. And I took way too much, but it's a really nice lip mask. And with the little gold shimmer in it, it's kind of a nice thing to like put on top when everybody's getting cold. You're falling asleep. I'm so sorry, Rabbi Roz. It's okay. Appreciate it. Oh my God. Your 5th funeral in 2 weeks. That would take a toll on anybody. It was a weekend, but I wanted to see you review the Patrick Ta. I understand if you have to watch it on replay. Just, I'll do the blush first. All right. Let's put a little foundation on. I'm going to go easy peasy with Lisa Eldridge today. We know it'll go on fast. Interested in seeing the deeper eyeshadow duo. If the eyeshadow duo is similar to She Goes to the Gym. I'm going to have to pull all those out for you. I still love the Lisa Eldridge. I think as far as skin tints go, I just don't think there's anything that compares to it for me. Ease of use. Just the whole wear time, and just the fact that it doesn't look like you're wearing like a full face of makeup, like a too much coverage. Okay, that went on easily. Let's put a little something under the eyes. I think I'm just going to use my Victoria Beckham in 1.5. I still literally cannot get over the fact that this is like my exact skin color. I mean, I've never had a shade match like this in my life. I still feel like it's not coming out when I use it. Okay. Things are just rolling around over here. They don't make these things easy for people who have arthritis. I will say that. Okay, I'm just going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy to just kind of run this out a little bit. I like the weight of this Victoria Beckham. She does have free shipping that ends at midnight tonight for orders under $50 for anybody who's needing to order anything who hates paying for shipping fees. Also, tomorrow, I don't know what time. I'm kind of waiting to hear back from Rebecca to see if she knows, but the Refer brushes go on sale tomorrow for holiday. So the Shoto collection and this really beautiful brush that we're going to take a look at. It's like this insanely beautiful, you know, handcrafted, incredible brush. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay, a little bit more presentable. We're going to start with the blush for Rabbi Roz. Okay, so Patrick Ta came out with 2 kits. One is called Ice Me Down. Is that right? Yes. I thought I was making that up. Ice Me Down, and one is Warm Me Up. So we'll start with Ice Me Down. These are new colors, and they're also a new formula of lip gloss. His lip gloss in the past had something in it that was like burning people, like, you know, how like that cayenne pepper kind of feeling that you get. This is a new formula. It's supposed to be like a lip oil and a gloss kind of mixed. It's a very pretty little gift to get for somebody. Love the monochromatic packaging. Don't love trying to get these out. Okay. All right, so they pop out. So it says the monochromatic set of the season featuring 2 limited edition shades experience our viral major headlines double take cream and powder blush duo in exclusive shades Out of Office paired with our new non-plumping major volume. So him. Non-plumping major volume hydrating high shine lip gloss. All right, I need to count that. Our new non-plumping major volume hydrating high shine lip gloss. I mean, it's like a whole search engine in itself. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm excited. The packaging is cute. It's kind of got like a pinky tone to it. Okay. Here we go. We have the nice flap that keeps the powder from getting into the cream and vice versa, and the gloss. I'm going to do a couple swatches of this. He likes to put the powder on the bottom and the cream on the top. We're going to do a swatch of each, and then I'll do a combination. So here, let's get this hand cleaned off. I just ordered another bottle of this because it's like down to the end here. All right, we're going to try to do that again. Glad I'm still wearing sweats. Okay. There is what came off. Let's try to get a better swatch. I guess this is like a good thing. It's very light without this. Let's see. let's just see what it looks like on the face, because we already know that swatches can be deceiving. Here's the gloss with it. So in the gloss is definite sparkle. I mean, the packaging is really pretty. It's got this nice big doe foot that's on a slant. Feels pretty plush. I'm gonna have to wipe off this other good lip stuff that I put on. All right, let's try this out. This is the lighter of the two. Ice Me Down. Oh, what do I want to use here? I think I'm going to use my Sonia G Sheer Buffer. I like this because it's got those little fibers at the top. Okay, doing it like he likes to do, we're going to put down the powder and put the cream on the top. I'm just going to dab my brush. You can see the product is picking up. So I'm going to tap off just so we have some control. And I'm going to start farther back and just see what kind of color we can get from that one tab, that one dab, that one stroke. Well, look, a lot of blush. So you can see it's like a very pretty mauve-y tone. It really is gorgeous. We have like weird colors tonight. Tell me if this is better or worse. No, that's not better. All right. It's really hard to tell, isn't it? All right, I'm going to go on top of this with the cream. Just going to dab lightly. I know from swatching this that this isn't real dark, but we'll tap off anyway. And I'm going to put the cream on top. This is beautiful. What a pretty color. It does definitely give you that, like, I've been out in the cold vibe. But for those of you who have a pink undertone and can't wear anything that goes orange, or if you're olive, you're going to love this because it's not going to change. This is not going to get orangey or warm. This is going to stay really, I'd say, nicely in the neutral zone. I feel like it's not warm or cool. I think it's kind of neutral. I'm going to put a little bit more of the cream like right here. It's got a very pretty sheen. You can see. I really like that. Let's try the gloss. So again, that big doe foot. See what it feels like. Oh, it feels nice. Okay, it definitely smells a little minty. Nothing like crazy. For a minute, I was going to say it smells like hot chocolate with mint, but I don't know. I can definitely, it's almost like a chocolate, almost like a thin mint cookie from the Girl Scouts. And I don't like scented things usually, but this is like benign enough and kind of dissipates really fast. I could see this being a really pretty topper, or you could wear it along with some lip liner. Very cushiony, very hydrating. It's not sticky, it's not thick. It feels like it's going to be on for a while, though. You know how when you put on a lip oil and it's slipping all over your face and it's just not that kind of a permanent feeling? That's what this is like. I can't stop playing with this. I'm sorry. I mean, I think it's really pretty. I want to take a little bit of the powder and just see if I can get like a little bit of depth. I'm kind of into this new like contouring with blush situation. I'm really sick of the stripe, and blush is like having another like 80s moment when we were all doing all that blush draping. I just think it's kind of fun and pretty to do that. Let's see how the other color looks. This one is called Warm Me Up, and this is supposed to be the darker of the two. What do we think of this, you guys? I think it's pretty. I really do. I think it's going to be even better when I have other makeup on, but I like it. I think this looks like a nice gift. All right, let's move these out of the way. Okay, this one, it says it's called On Holiday. By the way, this was called Out of Office. The gloss does say Ice Me Down. So this one is Warm Me Up, and this is On Holiday. So we're going to want to take a look at that. I actually think this is not going to be too dark. I thought maybe it would, but I have She's Different, and that one's pretty deep. All right, this is definitely deeper, more pigmented, however you want to say it. It's a deeper tone. I don't know if it has more pigment or if the pigment is just deeper. And there's our swatches. This is the lighter one. And I'll put the lip gloss underneath. It's really hard to like tell with the lip glosses of what has what color, but so here we have Ice Me Down. Here we have Warm Me Up. I would say looking at these, there's a little bit more base color in this, but I really don't think it's going to show up on the lips like that. They both kind of have that like pinky frost in it, but I also see other colors. It's going to be pretty dimensional. All right, let me take off this lip. We'll go in on the other side. You like both shades? I do too. It is pretty, isn't it? I'm so excited when they do a color that doesn't get real warm on people. I don't know what is going on with me tonight, you guys. Okay. Let's put the new lippy on. All right, it does have a little bit more of a base color. I actually don't mind it. It's that same scent. I'm not sure what. If anybody has any idea of what scent it's supposed to be, let me know. All right, I'm going to go into the powder first and then put the cream on top. I am definitely going to be tapping off because I am concerned about getting this getting away from me really, really quickly. So I'm going to really take some off and go in. I'm definitely a tapper. Let's go a little more. Remember, this is just the powder. Go in with the cream next. This one is definitely more dramatic. And this gives more, like I can kind of see now, this is more of like a berry, dusty mauve kind of a color. Where over here, I feel like it's more pink and almost, if in comparison, it looks like almost, I really need to like describe this color. I feel like this side has more of a, like a pinky tone that stays pink. And this one, I feel like it goes from pink into like sort of a mauvey color. Do they look very different in the screen? The lip feels good. It almost has like that Dior mint feeling that you get like from the Dior Addict. I don't know which one I prefer. Let's try this with a liner. It's interesting. I can almost see a tiny bit of peach in here. Like this one is all of a sudden looking a lot warmer than this one. Let's just sort of compare them next to each other. They are similar. I definitely don't need both of these. Honestly, I thought I was really going to favor the lighter one, but I'm not sure that I do. Let's get these right next to each other. The lighter one is definitely a warmer tone than the darker one. So I feel like if you tend to lean warm and you like to wear warmer colors, I feel like Ice Me Down is going to be best for you. And I think if you favor more mauve berry tones and you're cool toned, unless you're extremely fair complected, I honestly think that this one is a better choice for people with cool tones. The effect is not very different, but if I go into this cream, just right here, I love to do it like right near the eye. And I do the same thing on the other side. What do you guys think? I don't know. This is warmer. This almost has a pinky peachy vibe to it that I didn't really see until this one on. But now I think that this one is a lot cooler, which is bizarre because this one's called Ice Me Down. You would think icy cooler. And this one is Warm Me Up. You would think warmer toned. But I think it's the opposite. Am I crazy? Do we see this? Does it read the same, just lighter and deeper when you look at it? I want to put a liner on with this. Let's put on a liner that... I'm going to go like very middle of the road and use my 2C from Lisa Eldridge because I feel like a lot of people have her liners. By the way, I just messaged her team because I still have not received any of my stuff. I've made 2 orders. There was a message on my Instagram tonight saying that they're about to sell out of the lip glosses. So if you are in the market, time is of the essence, and I feel really sad that it didn't get here in time for me to share with you guys. It's taken over 2 weeks already. So this is her middle shade of Cool. And I think this will go really nicely. It's hard to talk when you put it on liner. And you could like definitely go like on your whole lip if you wanted to. I'm going to put the deeper color on first. It's definitely a gloss. Like I would not call this a lip oil. It feels minty. If you don't like that minty feeling, this isn't going to be for you. It doesn't, it's not like that plumping feeling that you get. It looks pretty together. I can't decide if they look the same or different. Let me get you in a little closer. That's the lighter side. Deeper. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's find another liner. I'm going to go with 3C this time with the lighter one. See if we can get some depth. Sorry, you guys, my hands today are not great. I'm overlining a little. Lisa's lip products are really awesome. I really love her liners. I'm going to put a little color down just because this is going to be the lighter color and I want to see what we can get to show up with the pearl. So going in with Ice Me Down. So you can really like dress this up and make it like a real lip look if you want. Or sheer like I had it on before. Yeah, I really need to get some lip filler. This is like... I was all excited when I took it out, and now I'm feeling... It's pretty. Do they appear different enough to get both? No way. If you are someone who tends to go a little bit more peachy, I think Ice Me Down is the way to go. And now that I'm like looking at this, let's look at both of them together. Actually, they go this way. This is Ice Me Down. And this is Warm Me Up. I like the cooler shade too, I think. It's so funny. I thought this was so cool toned when I was looking at it initially, and now to me it seems not cool. This one is definitely cooler. It's darker. It's got more to it. This one is a little bit more buildable easily on lighter skin tones. They're both really pretty. I don't think there's a major difference in the lippies. Let's just leave this one on for a little bit. Here's those swatches one more time. Ice Me Down, Warm Me Up. And this is the two shades comparing to each other. They are really quite different. And when I saw them online, I was thinking, oh, so they're the same color, but he just did one like deeper for deep skin tones. And I think it's weird that the one that's called Ice Me Down is warmer than Warm Me Up, which is icier. Not icier, but cooler. It's kind of funny. Let's see if we can use this just as like a quick little one and done eyeshadow, because I'm going to take all this off anyway before we do the other. Just going to kind of go into the powder and just see what happens here. If I throw a little something in the crease. That's really pretty. I kind of like this for like running out the door. You guys know what I'm talking about, like where you just want to look like a human, but you don't have time to do your makeup. That's really pretty together. I feel like all his blushes are three actual shades and very tones. They all look so similar at this point, all pretty. I kind of agree with you because I will go to reach for one now and you have to open up like 72 of them to see what the colors are. And it's sometimes you just kind of settle for what you get and it doesn't matter. The nice thing is that neither of these makes you look like you have pink eye. I find that to be a nice feature in makeup, not making you look like you have pink eye. I mean, If I put some sparkles on this right now, a la Patrick Ta, okay. Things are about to get real. Let's take one of the ones from this year. I'm thinking slow burn. Let's just do one on one eye and one on the other. We'll go with the lighter one on here. I mean, that's so pretty. Let's go with the deeper one on this side. Put a little of the lighter in the middle. You guys, I love these. I love them. And I just feel like it makes everything else like into a look. Like we just took a blush and now I'm ready to go to like a party. Let's put on mascara. I'm going full black, full va-va-voom. All right. I'm just going to wiggle some of this on. See if we can get a little fan out going. You guys, there were so many things that he put out that had problems, between the highlighters being gloopy and people talking about his bigger eyeshadow palettes having problems with moisture control. I don't know what else to call it without calling it what people said, but there was reports that people were having moldy palettes. I just feel like a lot of people criticized his foundation because it was too hydrating. He's kind of had a little stumbling. And he came out before a lot of these other makeup artist brands have been, coming through now, like Mary Phillips, and we just had Hung Van Gogh, and we've got Mario kind of dominating, Natasha Denona, I got Pat McGrath. I feel like all of a sudden, other than like One Size and Rare Beauty and Fenty, I'm just thinking about it. It's a lot of makeup artists. Thoughts? I feel fairly party ready here. And in fact, I want to take this a step further. What did I do with that? Would it be me without knowing where something was? No. Okay, I did take them out. I'm not crazy. I saw on his website today that that champagne color is on his website, the one that hasn't come to Sephora yet. So I'm going to put the pink on one, and I'm going to put the white on one. Let's swatch these. This is what the white looks like. Just going to kind of get pretty much the same effect with both. Like the difference is almost nothing. And just to prove it, I'm going to just go in with one. I'm going to go in with the white just because I think it'll be a little bit icier, but it's not. And we're going to go powder first with the cream. Okay, that's a little bit of the powder. And then a little cream. Ooh, that's a nice little glow. Ooh, I like that. It's not shimmery or glittery or anything like that. Let's go on top of this one. I just wanted to do the same color so that people feel like they don't have to buy another one. Any highlighter can go over this. This is virtually clear. When we swatched these initially, they looked almost identical on the skin, the effect that they have. The difference was almost nothing. And especially with a blush color like this, you're not going to find that you need more than one. And you could use any highlighter to jazz this up. But also, they have a little bit of a sheen. And I think it's really cool that you can take any little sparkles that you have and turn this into a true monochromatic moment, as he would say. And, you know, it's festive. This is the lighter one, Ice Me Down. And the deeper one, Warm Me Up. I don't know. His eyeshadow duos are worth $42 hands down. I could not agree with you more. I honestly think that it's a product that you can transform any look and make it like a fun, sparkly thing. Ooh, that does work kind of nicely. I feel not as wrinkly in this area. Yeah, you guys, do they look very different on camera? Because I don't think that they're that different. Do we need comparisons? Let's pull out. Hang on, guys. We're having a moment of a little 2-second break. this is like so. Okay. Let's look at all of these blushes. I have a few. All right. She goes to the gym. This was the request. Okay. That is, she goes to the gym. Then we're going to go into on holiday. I think if you have she goes to the gym, I think you're good. She goes to the gym. Let's put it right next to on holiday. This is on holiday. It's almost like right in the middle. This is definitely from the same family, going light, middle, deepest, out of office. She goes to the gym, on holiday. Interesting. All right, let's see if one of these is, this is definitely not like those. This is in the moment. I don't even need to swatch that. It's very peach. She's blushing. Definitely more nudie brown, I would say. This is out of office. This one in the middle is she's blushing. I'm going to swatch it. Wow, she's blushing looks almost orange next to these, and it's totally not. Definitely goes more into like that brown territory. Not too much. Wow. It's like weird when you hold them up next to each other and you're comparing color to color. I think is the only time that it really matters. This one, I'm just going to go over here. It's like so much like the other one. I think Molly's on to something. Okay, here is She's Wanted. Now this is not for the faint of heart. This one packs a punch, and it should, because he should have blushes that are not supposed to be for me. It's more It reminds me of the Tom Ford one that just came out, that like orchid color. It goes more into like the deep violet range. You can see the difference. It's almost like they toned down this color. Interesting. Hello, Maria. Thanks for the thumbs. Okay, this is this one's She's So LA. But is she? I don't even need to swatch that. It's just like very, very brown. It is time for the Sephora sale because I am almost out of cotton. And I always buy it during the sale. Okay, now we have Oh, She's Different. And this is the one I was wondering about. This one happens to be my favorite that I've owned. I tend to pull this one out when I just need like a good cooler toned look. Let's see how this compares. Definitely wow, this other one, it's just getting more and more almost corally peachy, isn't it? In comparison. Now I'm feeling like Out of Office, coming from the icy story, is warm. Warmer in comparison. Just enough. This is very pink. Not going to be the same. She's That Girl. Now that's interesting. Let's see where this goes. I think this one's going to feel more coral. Very close, you guys. Very close. Very close on the skin. This one has like, definitely you can see more of the peachy. But honestly, if you look at the swatches, they're super close. This is fascinating. All right, this is the last one I have. And this is Do We Know Her? And Do We Know Her is orangey. So, I think these two new colors are beautiful. I would say that most like She's So Different, or Oh, She's Different. I don't know. I just make up the words. I think this is similar. And the first one that we had that Rabbi Roz called out was She Goes to the Gym. Let's get all of these into a party right now. A fan. Okay, so our fan is Oh, She's Different. I'm going this way first. Then She Goes to the Gym. Then On Holiday. Then Out of Office. So the first one here is from the Icy. This is from the Warm Her Up. And then I think these are your two closest palettes. And let's just do final swatches of these for comparison. I'll get my bracelet off. And my watch. Okay, first swatches are going to be Out of Office. Next, we'll do On Holiday. Let me take this one down a little bit further. Hang on. Let me do this again. I'm not good at swatching. Let's try to make some room here. Okay. Here we go. Out of Office. And then we have On Holiday. And then I think our closest relatives here would be, Oh, She's Different. Kind of a crappy swatch, but what's to be expected. And then She Goes to the Gym. Okay, so tonally, I feel like She Goes to the Gym. I think it's the closest to, well, it kind of sits right in the middle of these. I mean, you guys, you tell me on cheeks that this is going to be a totally different color. I just don't think that you're going to get that effect. I think this is going to give you a slightly warmer hue, and that we're splitting hairs over here trying to figure out what's what. If you have She Goes to the Gym and it's working for you, I don't see any reason, unless you're dying for the lip gloss, of why you would do that. If you have Oh, She's Different, definitely don't need the darker of the duo. I think that this is a really pretty face of makeup. Now, could this be achieved using other products? Probably. What I do love is that I can use this on my eyes with a little of the sparkle and throw a little highlighter on with one of these blushes. And I feel like the lip, you could line it in any color. You could just do a nude line. You could go over it with a regular gloss. You could pretty much get whatever color behind it that you wanted to have. If it was pulling a little too warm or a little too cool for you, you could use whatever color lip product underneath here and make it work for you. Let me show you what I mean. If I wanted to cool this lip down, I could put a product underneath. This is from Phytosurgeons. This is just one of their tinted lip balms. And I love a lip balm underneath a gloss if it's got a little color. This will act as like a stain. And I know it's just a very hint of a color, but watch what happens when I put a gloss on it. I'm just going to put the darker one on because it's right here. And then it's like, you could definitely do like more daytime looking. And it'll just give you that little hint of color underneath. If I wanted to warm it up slightly, I could put on a warmer color underneath. You can use whatever you'd like. This is Sweet Saline. It's definitely more of a red, but it's the first red that I can wear. And that's because they're geniuses at phytosurgeons. We're going to put the lighter one on top of this red. And remember, you don't have to put the gloss all over either. You can just focus on the center if you really want to get like a pout. But you can get this to cast pretty much any color that you want underneath it. So if you want a warmer tone, put on a warmer tone. You could put a lipstick on. Whatever you do, I would try to create some kind of a stain. And I think these are really pretty, but I do feel like there's some repetition here. However, you know, it's kind of the nature of how many colors can a person make? Well, he's made quite a few. I do feel like On Holiday for me is the winner. I think it's more versatile. I'm going to really try to spread this thin. So we can kind of look at it as more of a stain. And let's do the same thing with Out of Office. I think both of these colors are so pretty. I'm really trying to stretch out the color so that you can really see how much warmer this is than this. There you can really tell. And it's interesting, the cream on this lighter one has more pigment than the powder. It's weird. Like I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we like? Do we not like? I have to say these feel awesome. I'm very delighted to have both of these in my arsenal. But I pulled out we'll find it in a minute. I have one of his regular glosses, not the painful ones, and it's got the sparkles in it. You guys, you can do this with anything. You could even create a stain on your lips with this and really go monochromatic and put the gloss over it. That would work. Let's try it. Final thing. And then we're moving on to YSL. Okay. I'm going to take the more pigmented one. And I'm going to rub it like in. You could do this with a brush. I've always thought that fingers, as long as they're clean, work really well. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to really get this product like into my lips, like where it almost feels like it's almost dry. Light, dark. Let's go dark. Did we go dark last time? Let's go light. I don't know. I'll put the light. I'm going to put the dark one on because I got the dark lip. It comes with it. Here we go. I'm just going to go on the center to show you what I'm talking about. You can go here and here if you just want to like zhuzh up your lip size a little. And then if you want to, you can put it everywhere, but I think this looks really nice. Not as messy. And I'm just going to grab a liner. Just to like define the top of my lip. This is Dew from Farah Hamidi. Guys, I think they're really pretty. I really do. Do I think that they're groundbreaking and not repetitive in any way? No, I think Molly, I'm going to highlight your comment because I think it's the comment of the night. I feel like all his blushes are actually 3 shades that vary in tones, and they all look similar at this point, all pretty. Everything that you just said. They're all pretty. I love the formula. I love the way that these are packaged. I love the fact that he uses, as Rebecca likes to call it, the Patrick Ta flap, even though Natasha Denona owns it because she did it first. It is genius to keep these two things separate. This is a great size mirror that comes with it. You get a lot of product here. I've yet to go through one of these entire palettes. I haven't had any of mine turn on me. I can say that safely, that powders and creams, this has got a 12-month shelf life upon opening it. Your guess is as good as mine on this one because there is not a chance that I'm going to be able to read this. I'm getting my phone. I use my camera now as a magnifying glass. Okay, these are 12 months also. So till next holiday season, which now starts before Halloween, in case you were wondering. It'll be spring soon. On Holiday and Out of Office, I think, are both very beautiful. We've got Ice Me Down, the lighter one, and Warm Me Up is the deeper one. I think it's safe to say that if you love She Goes to the Gym, very similar, and Oh, She's Different, also similar. The other thing that you can do with these is either take your bronzer, or if you went out and purchased this palette that I definitely fell in love with, which I thought was going to be a disaster. If I just take a teeny little bit of like a mid-tone shade to like put a little bit of an arch over here where my hooded eye would normally be. It's really just a very pretty look. Just is. I love this monochromatic feel, and because there's all these sparkles, I'm just going to go in with the really light shade to like add a little dimension without getting like more sparkle involved. Just to put a little light there. I think Patrick owns holiday for me. And I think he does that because of these duos. Now, I know that I'm still standing by We Need Better Lighting as the all you need if you're going for one. So it gives you one silver and one gold. If, because you want to get a new one and you want something that's going to go with a lot of stuff, I think that you are going to want In Your Dreams. In Your Dreams is like the, I don't know what I would call it, like this, I don't know if it's softer, a softer version or like a more muted version, but it's not silver and gold, but it's very, you know, like a kind of a goldish one and kind of a whitish shimmer. And these colors on top of things are just going to read as just sparkly. This one's really nice for kind of a do-it-all from this year. I'm impressed, and I do think that he repeats a lot of things, but we obviously like those things. I do think this new gloss is going to be a hit. I hope he comes out with more of this, because I do think that with the YSL, the one that's so pretty that, you know, comes with the holiday thing, when they're putting things like ginger and pepper and, you know, all of these things that are supposed to make your lips look plump, but all it's really doing is irritating your lips. And if you're somebody like me who's constantly fighting chapped lips, you're going to appreciate this formula in the way that you do the one from Dior, the Dior Addict. I think this might be a little bit more cushiony than that, but it's that same kind of mintiness that it has. Does anybody want to see any swatches that I have not yet shown, or any colors compared, or any colors from another brand compared? Anybody? They're very pretty. They're both pretty. I'm going to get a lot of use out of them. Do not buy both. No. Pick what you really think you're going to wear and look at what you have in your collection. I do want to tell you that I know there's a Sephora sale, but your first time ordering from Patrick Tai, you get 15% off. Plus, he has some little things that you can do. Like, he's got a special price if you buy 3 of these. He's got a special price if you buy 3 of these. He has the champagne color that we've all been waiting for on his website live right now. It's still not on Sephora. There are benefits to shopping a brand because they can give you deals. Now, I'm willing to bet that these things are going to sell out. From my understanding, these are permanent to the range. I'm going to double check on this year's, but I will tell you that they've stocked and restocked the other colors over and over, and I can't find any verbiage on either website that would tell me that these are limited edition. Let's see if they've added anything just to be safe. He also has brush sets on his thing. If you're into his, he does have some really nice, like, softer brushes. I know a lot of people have brushes already. Now, the sets, like I said, the blush and the lip are limited edition. He also did one shade in a half size and size, but all blush. Brilliant. Could you do them all like this? Because I'd like that a lot for traveling. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think these are all permanent to the range. There's nothing on here that tells me that they're not. And there's everything that tells me that the blush lip duos are limited. Oi. So, round one, Patrick Ta. I think he did a really good job, you guys. I think he did a very nice job of doing something cooler, something a little bit warmer, but the names, I don't understand why the names are mixed up. Is anyone like, is no one like, are we all like just catatonic? We don't care? Do we not have any questions? Does anybody want to say anything? I feel like I'm just blabbing here and the comments are quiet. Rabbi Roz, did you get what you needed before you go to sleep? If you're still here. That's a lot of swatching for somebody who said they weren't going to have a swatching channel. I do think these are really pretty. And I think they're festive. But I also think that, like, if you put this cheek on at the right time of the, you know, the right amount of whatever with an eyeshadow, it's not going to be just for holiday. Anybody? Nothing? All right, let's take this off. Ooh, I'm almost at the bottom. There's one sitting here. Okay. What do we think, you guys? Thumbs up or thumbs down on the Patrick Ta? I like Out of Office. Oh, I think we're almost. Regretting the mascara? No. Sorry. Takes a second. Okay. I've decided that packaging, where is it? I love refillable packaging. I love eye cream. I love every kind of cream. When I can't see what's left and this is what happens to me and it runs out, I don't like that. Isn't there something that they can do to show us what's going on so that we know when to buy another one? I don't like that. Am I weird? Am I the only one that thinks that? Also, I think anything that has shrink wrap on it, like my Grande Lash and my Grande Miss eyebrow stuff that I got, getting the shrink wrap off of that, not my favorite. Have you guys ever seen the gal that does the We Do Not Care Club? Has anybody seen her? She's a Stitch. And she's like, you know, basically we're going through menopause and we do not care if there's laundry that hasn't been folded. We do not care. She goes into the whole thing. All right, let's talk holiday couture. I'm going to put a little bit of the lippy on. Now, I didn't get the glosses because the glosses burn. This is Nude Shimmer. It looks great on top of anything. It's just their regular, plain, old. So that nude color that they have with literally a hint of shimmer on it. Like it's not too shimmery, which I like. And the other one that's soon to be leaving my house, this is the rose color. Let me show you what that looks like. I actually think the nude one is going to look better with this palette. This is the rose. It's hard to see, but in this top coat, there's a shift that has a pinkness to it. So I could see where this could go either way. Thoughts? It does fill your lips up. It's so like, it's so yummy. Okay. I'm going to put my regular lip liner on. I'm sure everybody has a nude lip liner that they love. If you are still on the hunt, M159 is my jam. It is a deep nude. But I love it because it never pulls warm. Okay, I'm going to put a little of the Healthy Glow on, and I'm going to show you the eyeshadow. You can see a little bit more of the shimmer now that I have the liner on. See, it's pretty. It's like a soft shimmer, and it's not shimmer that you feel. There's no crunch. There's no, you know, texture. You're not getting any of that. Okay, let's take a look at the swatches from this eyeshadow palette. In this one, this is number 025 Golden Lust. It's currently available on the YSL website. It's going to be everywhere, you guys. They're playing games with us for a change. You know, they put it out in Europe, they put it out here, they put it out there, they throw it in one place. It's been on their website. It's going to be everywhere. This is their holiday palette. They're not fooling us. So you're going to get one topper, two mattes, and then I almost want to call this one like a shine. It's just like, it's metallic, but it's not glittery. The only glitter, so to speak, in this are these teeny tiny little pearls that are like a whisper. And I think that that's what this is about. This is like your quiet elegance, your soft, quiet elegance, or as I like to call it, daytime. Let's put something on my lids. Put a little MAC Painterly paint pot just to blank out some of these veins. We know this eyeshadow formula is great. It's just a matter of deciding whether or not you want to invest in another palette because you really like the color story. Now, I did not get the 6-pan cream or the 6-pan blush and highlighter combination because I'm not a makeup artist, and the colors that are in it, I feel like they're all over the place. And I already have the blushes that I like from them, and I'm good on highlighters. I didn't think that it was quite the same formula when I swatched it in the store. I just think that the individual blushes that you get are so fantastic and beautiful, and they just swatch differently. So I took a pass on it. All right, we're going to get going on this eye. Just going to start by put a little bit of powder on here just to make sure we're dried and ready to go. This is Mob Beauty, one of the indie brands that I will be focusing on during the Sephora sale. I'm not protesting. I'm literally just wanting to help out small brands like I did last year. I only put small indie brands for Black Friday last year, and I know that they hurt big time during these sales, so I want to give them some love. All right, I'm going to go into this lighter matte shade. Just tap it off. We know that these blend like a dream without having to do a whole lot of work. Just going to put a little of this in my crease. The color is easy. Like, just, you could almost close your eyes and just feel where to put these things. Just make sure that we're nice and blended and diffused. I mean, I could leave now. It'll be fine. Let's see what we can do here. I am going to take this shiny shade on my finger. This one that's very metallic-y. And I'm going to put this across my mobile lid. So this comes off as a shimmer. Very gold. Go back in with this crease shade. I'm going to take some of this topper and go right in the center. Concentrating a lot of it at my lash line where you can see it. It's pretty. Okay, I'm going to take some of the deeper shade. These Shoto brushes, you guys, these are like the ones that are in the set that Refer's going to have. They're modeled after a calligraphy, and they have these really soft little bristles like up at the top. So you could take a deep color just right on the edges and know that it's just literally going to like kiss like that part of your eye. And if you want to go in deeper, you can go. But then when you go for the blend out, there's just something about these that is so soft and pretty and effortless, and just my favorite brushes. And apparently they're going to be moving to more of these. I'm going to put a little more of the shiny one over here. Kind of amp that up a little bit. Take a little of it. Put out here. I think that I'm going to like this more if I can smooth this part out. So I'm just taking an eyeshadow stick from Victoria Beckham. I think the moral of the story of this entire week is that I learned that I have really wrinkly eyes and have to like start cooling it a little bit with the overuse of liquid products for sure, but just anything that's going to show texture. Now, once you get mascara on, it's really a whole different ball game. So I did smooth that out a little bit. I am going to take a brown liner. I wonder if I should go bronze. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough. I think it might be pretty, like a little bit softer. If we have to add cocoa, we will. Let's see what happens. I think I'm going to want to put a little bit of cocoa. This might be really pretty, like over here. Her liners are so versatile as eyeshadow, as an eyeshadow magnet, as a, you know, eyeliner for your waterline. Just really pretty. Okay. How about I'm taking a new one. I don't think that anybody should get in a big rush to freak out that they didn't get the cocoa sparkly one, because I don't think it says sparkly. And it opened up in my bag and the whole front of it, like, you know, came off and it was like everywhere. And I was figuring it was going to be totally glittery, and it wasn't. Like, it wasn't even like really all that shimmery, which I was surprised. And then when I looked at it on my eye, I was like, wow, that didn't really do a whole lot. Let's go in with some mascara and see what we think. I think it is a very pretty eye. I think it's elegant. I do think this is a gold that everybody can wear because it's got that pink leaning to it. A lot of their palettes that skew very gold or yellow, I have to stay away from. But this one, I feel like kind of checks all the boxes for, you know, the va-va-voom factor. Okay. Let's see if we can find a blush that will be gorgeous with this. We have a couple to choose from. By a couple, I mean more than a couple. Okay, so we have, this is number 83. This is like the really deep plum color. Then we have number 6. Does this even have the names on here? No. This is number 6. If anyone would like to see what number 6 is called, I'm into it. I think this was like the Restless Rose or something. Trying to make this deep enough for you to see, but it's a subtle, pretty peachy color. Next, we have 87. Wow. Hello, pink. It's really got that zing. This is very in right now. All this 80s stuff, you guys, it's insane. It's all coming back. I don't know if I'm going to tease my hair, but why not? Okay, this is number 54. This tends to be a hit for me. Then we have number 83. This one has that gold shift. This might be a nice one for this. Might be too punchy. Might be too tied to a certain lip. I don't know. And we have 42. This is like that Dior pink, you know. Will forever be the Dior pink. It's so light. It's almost like a highlighter. And 44 is like their signature color, that Nude Lavalier color. So, any requests? 42 is big. Oh, you're saying all the names. Thank you. I absolutely love the YSL Love Shine lip oil sticks. Do they hurt, Maria? Are they painful? Because I'm scared of that. Berry Bang. That's a great name. I think we're going to go kind of mid here. I think this could be really pretty with it. This is number 6. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. I just think this kind of like a rose color is going to be so pretty with this eyeshadow. Oh, I like it. Rose Haze. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, Rose Haze she's pretty. Looks really nice together. If you wanted to put on a second color, no one's stopping you. Let's see. I want to just put a hint of this, like right near my eye, just for a little brightness. like way patted off, and just to kind of wake it up a little. They're so pretty together. I think this is just a very elegant look. It's very pretty. It doesn't scream anything. I think you could go anywhere or do anything. I think it's more of a shine than an actual, like, very glittery look, but it's pretty. They don't hurt at all, no spice whatsoever. Why doesn't it say that on the ingredients? Ginger root oil was the thing that started my independent boycott of that. But you guys, Maria knows. She's tested a lot of makeup, and if she says it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt. There are 2 colors that they put out with this collection that look really, really nice. But I also have a ton of lip glosses that I could use. And I feel like this nude shade that I wear all the time anyway is just kind of fun with a little shimmer. I bought a few of them, and they're like in drawers and in the car and all that, because you can put them on without looking. Does that deep shade work on me? Of the brown? This one or the plum? The deep plum or the deep brown from this? The plum. Yes, it does. Let's take a really soft brush. This is actually a really pretty color. You just have to be slow and careful, meaning use something really fluffy that has a lot of flexibility and isn't going to just go crazy depositing color on you, so that you can map out where you want to be. But it's a really pretty color. Just have to. I mean, I don't have any eye makeup on the side, but it's a pretty color. It reminds me a lot of the jam color in Fizz Jam. Oh, wrong side. It's like that same depth, but this is a little bit more raspberry and this is a little bit more plum. They're different. Spicy berry. I love that. I'm a spicy berry. Look at that. One's Westman Atelier. I mean, you guys, makeup has gotten so to the point where almost everything is good. And I love that they're doing bold colors for people, that they're doing extremely light colors for some people. I think that there's such a nice range in the YSL. I'm not really sure that this is my favorite palette that they've done. If I was going to reach for this palette, I would much rather reach for either Store Dolls or the new one that just came out that I like even more than that. Does anybody want to see comparisons? In Your Dreams is very demure. I like your word. Felice has entered the chat. What are your thoughts on this? Because I left this eye blank kind of on purpose to see if we could play with this a little bit, which is what I did. I went into the Patrick Ta and made it more sparkly the day that I wore it. Just because I feel like when they do a shimmer like this, it's got to be over a really smooth surface or you definitely see texture. Now, I can go on top of this now because I've got mascara on and everything, and it's all fine. And I can even take a brush and go all the way down to the bottom near my lashes. Just put a little extra color right there because that's what you see. And it kind of like lights up your whole eye. But you could make it sparkly versus what it is right now. And that's like shiny. But like if you told me this was like just a new palette from them and it wasn't holiday, I would be like, okay, it's fine. I'm not wowed by this palette. I think it works terrifically. Do I think that you can do this? Probably. I mean, we just talked about this one the other day. This is way more sparkly and crazy fun, you know? This is elegant. But this is a good time. I'm going to pull out my palettes from YSL. Everybody take a little bathroom break. I'm going to take one too. What time is it? 9:20. Okay, let's take a 2-minute breather, get something to drink. I'm going to drink a little too. I'm going to get all these YSL palettes out. We'll take a look at them. We'll decide what we like the best. These are all going to be at least 15% off during these sales. So we got to take a look. Are you grabbing me an espresso? Can we walk down to the barn and see your sheep and come say hi? Maria, this is what I'm thinking. You, me, podcast. Podcast. Would you guys listen? Would you watch on YouTube if we did a podcast? I think it would be fun. All right, everybody, take 2. Be right back with more YSL. Hello again. Oh, I did want to tell you guys something. I actually linked everything tonight. And Felice, I want you to know that I gave you non-Sephora options for the same products. So there are codes for Patrick Ta's website. There are codes for the MAYSAMA, obviously, and CurrentBody, because CurrentBody is my main red light therapy that I think has totally changed my skin and made me feel a whole lot less wrinkly, along with this scar stick from Prequel that I'm going to buy like 3 of and put them away because it is so great for making wrinkles less pronounced. I want to use this as a primer. I think you can use it over, Molly said, like during the day when you start to get like kind of crusty looking, you can like pat a little of this on and like you're ready to go. If you actually have a scar, probably that would work too. Felice bought what? I'm not a big fan, but I bought In Your Dreams. Burn, it doesn't do much for you. Oh, it doesn't do much for you. I'm sorry. I did put links though that are non-Sephora for the people that are non-Sephora in the audience, in the community, in the chat, in the whatever it is that we're in. This is the one that started the whole YSL love for me. When I saw Store Dolls, and I think when a lot of us did, this was like, I'm trying to even remember, like it was definitely over a year ago because last year's holiday palette, which I don't have, has a very gold in it. I can pull this up in a second, but this is the one that I feel like it kept selling out everywhere. Everybody was really excited about it because it was like a neutral to cool tone. What did I just do? So this was the first one that I feel like got all of us on the bandwagon. And they just started coming out with palettes that everybody loved. They were in wearable colors. They were using different finishes. They have beautiful creamy mattes, gorgeous shimmers, great topper shades. Now there's some metallics too. I feel like this formula is so agreeable for so many people. I feel like it's hard to mess up when you have a quad because they really usually give us like 2 and 2 on average, 2 mattes, 2 something else's. A few of the palettes are all matte. A few of them have more shimmer in them, but they all are so wearable. And Store Dolls for me started this whole thing. Bought 2-pack of that scar stick. You don't even see it going on. It's crazy. Things are just rolling off the table. I love the Do Not Care Club. The Do Not Care Club. Oh my God, you guys. She is a stitch and I love it too. I do not care. I do not. All right, so this compared to the one that just came out. This is the new one. I mean, I like this so much better. For whatever reason, I feel like this just does, I don't know. Some people might love this. I'm in love with the YSL, bought it all. I have seen a 3-color kind of raspberry on Instagram, but haven't seen where to buy it. I've seen a couple of the palettes that are coming out for spring. I want to say that one of them has like a teal look to it. And the other one, I don't remember seeing berry. I remember seeing like maybe peachier tones. I'm annoyed we don't have the new YSL foundation in the United States. May have to go from Selfridges. You like the new one. It's very soft and pretty. It is. I do want to pull up the website because I want to show people that you have options and you can make choices. And I feel like we don't always get that. So when we do, let's talk about it. Let's get excited and celebrate it. Share screen. Okay. So this is this year's, the one that we've been looking at. And I can blow it up even bigger. The gold packaging is beautiful. The same gold packaging that you see there is also on the lippies, which I think is really fun and pretty. And they didn't make it shiny, so it's not all fingerprinty. I love that. I love that they thought about that. I think there's something really elegant about this packaging, even though I think their normal packaging is very elegant. I love it. I just think this is the best rehab of a brand, the best do-over, the best we came out of nowhere and knocked your that's been around for a while. I've never purchased a YSL holiday palette. So many get this one. There's a lot. The one from last year is still on this website. So I want to take us there. Okay, this is the blush palette really quickly that I was talking about. This is the face palette. They do have this at Sephora. I've seen it. I've touched it. I don't think that it's exactly the same as what you get in the small containers. And I think that the blushes are probably going to show up better on lighter to medium skin tones. You got that one deeper color on the bottom. And that one on the right bottom is very, very warm in person. Much warmer than it looks in that picture. And those two highlighters are highlighters. Like you got to really love the glow. I've seen another review on the 6-pan, and apparently the blushes are not as good as the singles. I did not think that they swatched well in the store. However, swatches have been hit or miss lately for me. So the only thing I can say is I would love for them to have done something that they don't already have. Like if they had come out with maybe a cream or something, or some kind of different shades than what you can get elsewhere. Or a light story and a deep story would have been nice. I don't know. I just feel like those colors are not all going to look good on one person. But if I was a makeup artist and I wanted, you know, a variety, maybe. I don't know. I don't think those colors are that unique. I see a peach, a pink, and a darker kind of berry tone. We all have highlighters that are in the nude and gold family. And people generally have bronzers that they like, and that is very, very shimmery. So I don't know who that's for or where you would wear it. Yes, it would have been good to have different shades of blush that we don't already have. I agree. I love the packaging. It's beautiful. I just am not, that is the type of thing that I'm going to close, put into a drawer, and it's just going to sit. Just sit and sit and sit. And I'm not going to think to pull it out. If you own an Hourglass 6-pan, take a pass. You've got 6 powders that will work for you in very much the same way in a more elegant formula, is what I think, than that. And not that I don't like their powders, because you guys know I do. Okay, let's talk about YSL for a second. This is the other lippy that has the ginger root in it that scared me, and that gets the Maria seal of approval. So I'm sure it's fantastic. It's beautiful to look at. I love that the packaging matches. I'm wearing Kevin Daquan today. It's never talked about. I love him so much. He was the best. The best. Oh, hey, Marianne. I'm looking into Danessa Myricks eyeshadow sticks. I have a bunch of them. If you want to wait until the end, I'll swatch them. No, not the YSL gloss. That is spicy. It's the lip oil sticks that you love. Oh, the other formula, the Love Shine formula, because this is the Candy Glaze. Is that what you're talking about? There's there's a couple different formulas that are in the stick form. One is called the Candy Glaze and one is called the Love Shine. The Love Shine ones on me tended to pool in the cracks on my lips, whereas the Candy Glazes skate right over my wrinkles. Yes, the Love Shine formula is fantastic. So there are 2 different formulas that are in the stick form. That does burn. I knew that it wasn't making sense to me, but now it all does. Okay, so Store Dolls is what started it. Let's go back to the eyeshadows. Okay. So this is Store Dolls. That was the original, the one that I was just showing you. It's neutral leaning cool. It is a gorgeous palette, and I love it and highly recommend it. I think it's beautiful. Number 200, I do not have. This is called Glaze Dream. And you get 3 mattes in this with one either shimmer or a topper. And this definitely leans more warm. I don't know anybody that's shared this one. Haven't seen it in action. Number 3, I have seen people use. This is called Casual. If you have a golden undertone to your skin, this is going to make your eyelids sing. It is spectacular on warmer skin tones, a very neutral leaning warm palette for people, and a staple and a very buttery formula that people really like. Number For 400, I do have, that's the one that we talked about the other day. This is a topper, a shimmer, and 2 mattes. And it's very pretty. If you're into like that rosy pinkness, you will love these. They blend. They're gorgeous. I love them. Love these. And Maria likes Stora dolls also. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Stora dolls. It's such a good one. Okay, what number is this? 700. Okay, here's 700. This is the one I showed the other day as one of the cool toned options when I did like the 3 palettes that are cool tones. This is such a fantastic holiday palette for me. You get a nudie shade, you get a top coat, you get like 2 mattes, so you can use the gray or you don't have to. You can use the silver, but the black is a good black, and that first color is a topper. This palette is such a winner for me. And there just are so few palettes, I feel like, that lean cool like this that also include like that nude shade. It's really nice. It's a good one. Especially if you're a cool tone person, you'll appreciate this palette. The next one is called 710 Over Brune. I don't know if this is one that I have. I have to see it. I do. Here we go. This is Over Brune. I think this is actually would be a beautiful complement to add some fun if you already own it. Oops. And you're going to get the other one anyway. These really look nice together. This is the holiday palette with 710. I could see definitely kind of going back and forth here and adding some fun. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to take a little bit of these shimmers that are deeper. I mean, you can totally change your look with such a small amount of product. It's just fun. Love it. The next one is 710 Captivating Dunes. Now, this palette made Stora dolls look like an orange bronzer. I'm just kidding. The cool tone people have definitely rejoiced over this palette. Let me show you Stora dolls next to this. You just have too many of them if you can't manage. So this is the original Stora dolls. Let me take this down for 1 second. This is the original Stora dolls, and this is Captivating Dunes. And I can't help but just pull both of these out at the same time when I go for like one of my crazy neutral looks. I mean, you just get all the fun, all the depth that you need, all the shimmer, all the shine, all the top coat. They're both just beautiful, beautiful palettes. I haven't found one of their palettes that I don't really like. I just haven't. The next one is called Sunrise Safari number 730. I didn't think I was going to get this one, but I did. It is very different than 400. You would think that they're a lot alike, but they're really not. This one almost has like a NARS orgasm color in it. And then this one definitely leans more into like the berries. This one goes warmer, and I think it would look really good with the lighter colored Patrick Ta blush. And this would be beautiful with the darker of the Patrick Ta blush from the holiday. Don't you guys think? I think they're like kind of made for it. You want the dunes, Molly? That should be what you get for one of the sales. It's just, you know, you're going to love it. Now, the next one is called Overdoor, and I do not have this one because it's so gold and so yellow gold. I passed on this, but I have seen it reviewed and it performs beautifully. And if you love a more golden type of undertone, this is going to be beautiful on you. The next one is called Over Orange. I do not have this, and I don't think I've seen anybody use it. And I haven't seen it in a store, so I can't speak to this one, but the color story is definitely different. You love that quad. You have Over Orange. And Maria, how does it perform? Good? Do we like it? It's so fun because Maria and I are both love makeup, both close in age, both, you know, love the same brands, and she's the warmer of this and I'm the cooler of this, and I've got the super dry skin and she fights the oil. You get the best of both worlds, right? It performs just like the others, really good. It's a fun color story. I mean, everybody's into like a big orange lip right now. Maria, you had an orange lip on. That'd be cool to use as a liner with that. This one I took a pass on, and I just want to see it in person. And I just feel like so many red eyeshadows make me look sick that I didn't want to take a chance. When I'm looking at the other three colors, it looks so much like 400 that I just didn't know if it was going to be worth it if I wasn't excited about the bottom right. I don't know. I may still pick it up. I would love to see this reviewed on somebody with very pale skin to see what the red eyeshadow thing does. I love a good cranberry. There's a beautiful cranberry hourglass topper that I love. The next one is called Medina Glow, and I have seen this in person. It is as good as all of the other palettes that we've talked about. Very pretty. This is one that they do stock at Sephora. Oh, they're not letting me click on the one that's gone. Okay, so this is the green. Everybody was wild for the green. This is sold out on the YSL website, but it's in a ton of retailers right now. This one's called Unexplored Garden, and I love it. But honestly, you guys, if you're going nuts about this because of the green, there are a lot of other palettes that have greens in them. And this to me was more of a like an army green khaki story. Like it was very different. Very beautiful. You get this topper that is a little bit drier than the other toppers and a little bit more textured, if you can see on my finger. I have to just take this off for a second. Do you see how you can kind of see it? It spreads and everything, but this is, for some reason, just a drier, little bit more fallout prone than any of the other toppers and any of the other palettes, but I still think it's a great palette. You might just want to go a different route. I mean, it really just depends on your eyelids and what you like to apply. You're going to have to use some kind of pressing, though, more than smoothing to get this one down, because it's just a little bit drier, a little bit flakier than the others. I'm dying for this blue one. I mean, wow. That's just screaming 80s to me. I still haven't seen that in person. I wonder if it's as vibrant as it looks. And this one is Spontaneity Lilies. This is a beautiful palette that they have at Sephora. It looks very neutral here, and I honestly cannot even remember. I think this is the one that's all matte. It does look like that. I think it's an all matte palette. I think that's everything. I think that's all of those. Okay. I've like got one eye done and one eye not done. I think you can't really mess up too badly by buying a YSL quad. I think it's a reliable formula. I think the color stories are very cohesive and easy to come up with your, quick eye look. It doesn't require a whole lot of thinking or blending and trying to make it work kind of thing that you get sometimes with the palette. I think that their blushes are beautiful. I don't think that the $80-something palette with the 6 in it is a good value when you look at the quality and the colors that they've chosen that are kind of repeaters from other places. Love the lip. This is selling out, you guys. They've been taking these out of drawers and stuff, like at the Sephora's that I've been in. If you're interested in getting the Shimmer Nude or the Shimmer Rose, I would just kind of like stay on top of where these are and how much the sale price is. Like, it might be worth it to get 15% on this rather than 20 at Sephora, just because I get the feeling that these will be gone fast, especially the nude one, because everybody's so wild about the nude candy glaze one. So just food for thought. What else? Oh, I want to show you guys the rougher brushes that are going on sale in the morning. I wonder if Rebecca texted me back. Nine a.m. she thinks. I would imagine that's 9 a.m. Pacific. But here we go. I saw that had the brushes like for preview. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the Yosegi, I think, or Yoseji. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. This is a $99 brush. I know that the wood is handcrafted in this very precise carved way that is an art in and of itself. It's all of the lettering and everything that you see on there is hand painted. That gold that you see is a 24 karat gold over brass. This is a very luxe, high-end, expensive to make, very time-consuming brush. And it really is spectacular. I highly recommend you go and watch her video at some point to see the brushes. This will sell out immediately. Like, you're going to have to get on and actually make it happen, because a brush like this can't be mass produced. So it's like not a fake. You have to go and buy this. This is if you want this, you need to get on. It does look beautiful and really good. It is just gorgeous. The ferrule has been carefully pressed 3 times to form a unique brush. Artisans call sankaku, a unique shape that equally practical for blush, bronzer, and powder. Guys, I watched her put on foundation with this. Like, she took the Dior stick foundation that she doesn't really like and was like all over her face, and it just gave her this beautiful, like, barely there coat, you know, and it was so natural looking, but better, you know, than it was without. And she said it's like not one of her favorite ones because of the coverage of it. And that was the problem I had with it. It was just too heavy, too much. And this brush will allow you to do like a whole face, she said. So I think that if you are a brush collector and you are into, you know, Japanese brush making techniques, and you have an appreciation for this, and you have brushes that you love, this might be one to add to your collection. Their second offering, I can actually speak to the design. So this is a Shodo brush. And if you look very carefully at the top, it's got little teeny tiny bristles that are like up above. And what happens when you're blending something like that is you get this very soft, diffused kind of a look. I could even just go here and kind of blow this out a little bit. It just is so delicate. Like if I wanted to push back this part of my eye, let me find a brown eyeshadow. If I wanted to push back like right here, but I didn't want to make it like a whole to-do, I could take a little tiny bit of this and just sort of kiss it on right here. And it just moves that lid back without making a whole like line there. It's just soft and very diffused. If you look at the Alex Anel brush, she kind of has that a little bit on here where it like goes up above, but this is their new style of brushes that are going to be modeled after calligraphy. There are some of them that are flat like this one. You know, it looks like just a regular little shader brush, but at the top, you've got that little ability to make magic happen. And they're coming out with a cheek one and a little teeny tiny one for detail work. So exciting and fun. And they said that they were going to be doing some new stuff, and they are. And I think it's great. I think any company that asks for your input actually takes it and use it to make their product better. It's my kind of company. I just respect them very, very much. And I feel like they educated a whole entire community of makeup lovers by taking what we needed along with the pros and created a line of brushes that I think are very accessible, but also very artisan and special. And that's hard to do. Okay, I want to talk about next week in 2 days. On Tuesday, I've gone just back and forth on this. I am not feeling the Sephora video coming. If anyone has any questions about something that they want to buy at the Sephora video, you know, at Sephora before the sale or whatever, I am delighted to talk to you about it. I still buy products from Sephora. There is just a part of me that is not feeling it right now. And I am going to do either an indie brand on Tuesday, or I'm going to do skincare. Or I'm going to do a fantastic things that you cannot buy at Sephora. That might be another one. Just as like a final thought, the Sephora sale, if you're Rouge, gives you 20% off. When you go to a website that is owned by the brand, I would say 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 15% off for your first purchase. If you do a search, especially now with ChatGPT and everything, and you want to find a discount code like I did for the little gadget that I'm so into, this MAYSAMA. I mean, it's like I can just sit there when I'm like tired and push the junk out of my face and get everything in order. I think it's great. And the massaging, oh my God, it like works with the heat. I love it. These are like, if you've ever had like a hot stone massage, that's a Bion stone. So it really retains the heat. It's really nice. So things like this that you can't buy at Sephora, I'm excited to talk about. There are so many small brands out there, you guys. I think about like Jenny Patinkin, great brand, the best brush cleaner and brush soap you could buy. She's got really cute gifts, great vegan brushes, really love it. You guys know how I feel about Phytosurgeons. I think there's no better cream blush out there. I think there are fantastic. I'm going to show you guys their eyeshadows on Tuesday and how you can wear their formula with sparkle with no texture showing at all. I'm doing Phytosurgeons. I'm doing it. Tuesday's Phytosurgeons. That's what I decided. Tuesday's Phytosurgeons. They're going to get a big shout out from me. Mob Beauty, another indie brand doing it. Vegan, cruelty-free, everything goes back to the dirt, nothing wasted, no ingredients that are controversial in any way, whether it's through sustainability or the way that where they're from or what it's going to do to you. They have really strict rules in place. Plus, they work with makeup artists and beauty lovers to create colors and to make collections. And I just think that they're like a lot of fun. Vic is an amazing chemist who helped start MAC, and Alicia is just a sensationally brilliant woman who has been in the beauty community for so long. She knows it backwards and forwards. She's a color expert, and both of them are just neatest people. A brand like Surratt, because we just talked about how she's wearing Kevin Aquan. He trained with Kevin Aquan. His makeup is modeled after what he learned from Kevin Aquan and then his journeys to Japan. And that's why Surratt is such a special brand, because it took this amazing artist and Japanese, before J Beauty was a thing, he brought that with his Kevin Aquan experience and created a brand. And unfortunately, it was in Barney's, and Barney's went belly up. So they are in a few stores now, but they are pretty much direct to consumer. But another really great brand that's out there. Suku, another brand that I love, not as easily accessible, but they are going to be launching their holiday palettes in the next couple weeks, and you can order for no fee for shipping. I'm not saying you don't have to pay a tariff, because you do, but you can order and get your stuff shipped for free. You can order anything you want from the Suku line, and they will ship it to you free of charge. And then you'll just have to pay whatever the duty is on that. It's another brand that I love. Chantecaille is another one. I just want to put a spotlight on brands that are not owned by huge conglomerates. Now, some of them are in mass markets, like Danessa Myricks. She is still an independent brand. She is an indie brand. Natasha Denona, indie brand. Pat McGrath, I bet not soon to be an indie brand. I'm guessing she's going to be bought by LVMH. Just a guess. I know Makeup by Mario is looking for somebody to buy him. I know that Westman Atelier is getting ready. They want to be purchased. Violet Grey sold Violet Grey, bought Violet Grey back, and now they're buying Detox Market. Right now, Credo has 20% off. I don't know when that ends. I have a feeling it's tonight. If you're into any of the clean beauty or really great skincare, it's such a good website to take a look at while it's 20 off. But The other thing that I did was the last few years, I have kept a chart of every single brand and what they did for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So if you come with questions about most brands, now there are a few that I don't have on here. I'm not saying I have everything, but it's a darn long list. I am happy to share with you what the discounts are going to be. So if you know that you want something that you're not worried is going to sell out, like it's not a limited edition item, you might want to wait for the Black Friday prices because a lot of those are better than the Sephora sale price. So come with a list, come with what you're looking to purchase. I will cross-check for everybody. I don't care how long it takes or how long we have to be here to do it. If you are thinking about it during the day and you want to DM me, what percent does each of these get? You know, up to, generally speaking, what can we expect? I will be able to share that with you. Credo does end tonight. Thank you, Molly. Ulta has a bunch of K-beauty brands, 40% off right now. Early Black Friday sale, too early. So, wow. Now, the thing that we have to be careful of with Ulta is making sure that it's not one of their marketplace brands, that it's actually an Ulta brand. Do you guys remember us talking about this? Because if you go on and it says Ulta Marketplace or Ulta, was it Ulta Market? Ulta. It's like something like Marketplace. It's just like Amazon. I will find it. They're having a whole lot of sale, Ma. Oh my gosh. They're saying, hey, Sephora, we're going to do it better than you because every year, no matter what Ulta puts up there, Sephora puts the same thing on their website for the day and just evens the playing field. Well, now they're calling 40 off. It's very interesting. They've got deals all week. K-Beauty, like she said, Clinique. Let me show you guys what the marketplace looks like. If I just go to new releases, it comes up. Okay. Boy, they've added a bunch of stuff. Here. It is theirs. Let me type in, whoa. Okay, so on here, if I scroll down, pick up not sold in stores, someday, same day unavailable, and then it says fulfilled by a trusted brand on UB Marketplace. That means read the fine print. That is not a protected entity the way that all things are on Ulta. You now have to do this whenever you are on Ulta. You will get 2 different checkouts at the end. So there'll be one that has the Ulta stuff, one that has the Ulta Beauty Marketplace. And then it will give you a, they are handling the money part of it for getting the money. But I wonder what happens when you return through this label situation, or possibly they take it back in store. It's one or the other. We're still not getting straight answers. There was an article about it the other day in one of the cosmetic, dailies, and a lot of people are mad. A lot of people didn't want that to turn into Amazon Marketplace. I was in Ulta and they have a sign saying you can return UB Marketplace in store as normal. Okay. All I'm saying is I was told by 2 people at Ulta when I called that that's not necessarily the case, that they will either give you the label to send it back or they'll take it back. So just double check, like double, triple check, just in case. I don't, everybody knows yet. So just make sure that when you're getting something from there that it doesn't say like cannot return if opened, or, something like that. If you're going to try a product, try a product. If you're not going to, you can look at the picture of it online. Goofy to me that they would think that people would order things and not open them and then return them. Anyhow, does anybody have any questions, comments, anything that they wanted to see more of, less of? Yes, no, maybe. Then I want to wish everybody a good week. I hope it goes fast. We are getting closer and closer. I can't believe Friday is Halloween. I'm a teacher, at least I was in my other life. And a Friday Halloween was like perfection, like perfection of perfection. And maybe nothing worse than a Monday Halloween. But these things rotate. So anyway, for all the teachers out there, give them that look and say, I know Halloween's a Friday and it doesn't get any better. Really just doesn't. All right, you guys, I'm sending everybody so much love. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I will see you all Tuesday for a little phytosurgeons and maybe a little sprinkling of some other things that I still have sitting here that I would like to share with you. Sending you guys lots of love. Good night, everybody. Have a good day, Maria. Bye. Bye, guys.